Hi guys, HerCurlStyles here. I wanted to come to you with this tutorial and just kind of briefly explain my 5 tips of what I've done to achieve my length during the fall and winter months, and also just to retain the moisture. So a lot of you naturals, I know a lot of you know, but there's some that don't know that have stumbled across my channel for the first time. So I wrote them down. So my first top 5, one of them being moisturizing. Moisturizing is not only a product moisturizing. Moisturizing deals with water and also products that contain humectants. So again, what I found within the fall and the winter months approaching, that if I'm using a product that has, let's say, glycerin. Glycerin allows you to draw the moisture from the air and let your hair continue to be in that moisturized state. So it's not expelling the moisture, it's bringing it back in. So I have generally in the past would not do my hair over a week and a half's time, and I used to use coconut oil. So some people don't mind coconut oil, but I found that the more my hair has been growing and just it's becoming fuller, that the coconut oil is having an adverse reaction. It is also drying my hair out. So I stopped using that just alone, because I would literally take globs of coconut oil and just put it on my hair. So I have not done that. I backed away from that because I was trying to decipher what am I doing? What can I do to put the moisture back in? So I alleviated that. I also started to detangle my hair a lot more, and not necessarily always conditioning and deep conditioning, but just allowing my hair to feel the water moisture in a lukewarm setting. I would, again, go over a week and a half time, and that's just way too much. And especially if you're trying to retain length. When you go that long and your hair is, shoulder length, longer than that, it does more bad to your hair than good. You'll have a lot of breakage. So because by that point the detangling process is so unbearable that you're just trying to get through it. So I found that the more often that I am detangling my hair and just letting the water run its course through my hair from the roots to the ends, let me tell you, water will strengthen your hair. So I mean, and also don't get me wrong, water is good, but it cannot, and it's not that beneficial if it's used alone. You should also have something in addition to that. So again, number 1, water being my main moisturizer, in addition to a product that I've had for a very long time, as I am, has a cocoa shea spray. And like I said, I don't use coconut oil at all, but I do have to say, this has coconut oil, it also has shea butter, and also has glycerin. And I'm finding that the combination of the two, because it's in a spritz bottle, it has really helped my hair. So what I would do is, after I've gotten out of the shower and my hair is damp, I would just spritz it. It's a light spritz bottle. I will put a link below of where you can find that. But also, it's just a very light oil. And it goes on before I put in the rest of my product, so I use it first. And then I will use my regular Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothing, and then my gel. But I found that since it's beginning to get cold and since the temperature is changing, that's worked for me, and my hair is a lot softer. It doesn't feel dry. I needed that. I guess I needed that glycerin. The glycerin, I've never really used this product before, just because I didn't understand the concept of it. I didn't know how it was supposed to benefit me, but now I see it. So that's been working. So find a product, if it has glycerin, if it has some type of humectant in it, by all means use it, because the winter months are coming. Even in humidity, it's also good for them. Second point is, again, detangling more often. Do not wait a week and a half. I can tell you this. Every time I co-washed, I did not understand why so much of my hair was coming out in my brush. And when I co-wash, I definitely start with a finger detangle. And as I'm getting through the sections of my hair, I then switch off to my Denman brush. Never fails. I didn't know if there was something that I wasn't, if I was eating something, if I was allergic, if the products just weren't working. But I was definitely waiting way too long to do my hair. So when you do your hair a lot frequent, it definitely cuts down on the detangling side. Now, what's an also good thing to use is if you do have coconut oil. I have used it as a detangler before I co-wash. So I would definitely just use it in my hair as I, finger detangle. And then when I get into the shower, I'm, co-washing it out. I'm not using it as a styler. I'm just using it as an aid. And my conditioners are always cleansing conditioners. So it's not like it's leaving the residue of the coconut oil on my hair. So again, do your hair more often. Please get into a regimen, especially if you have long hair. Get into a regimen where it's being done more frequent. You will be surprised on how much hair you retain. And I've noticed that within the last few months. So again, don't slack on your hair. Don't be lazy. It is a lot to do, but let me tell you, trust me, it'll save you a lot of time and a lot of energy, and if you do it more often. So, okay. Point number 3. I don't know who does this or doesn't, but I've never used a towel on my hair. I've always used a t-shirt. So I definitely suggest that in order to retain the length, please use a t-shirt. Do not use a towel. Towels have little loops within, the cotton makeup. Do not use it because the loops in the towel will pull out your hair. Especially if you're, if it's long, if it's coily, if it's kinky, it will attach to that and you'll tear your hair out. And that's something that I've never done. If you do have a towel that is natural hair friendly, that is good as well. But I just I don't pay extra money to buy those special towels. I just use an old t-shirt, and then that's worked for me. Okay, number 4, satin bonnets, ladies. Satin bonnets, satin pillowcases. It is important. It is important. I have a satin pillowcase and I sleep with a satin bonnet. Now, if that bonnet comes off, then what happens? At least I know my hair is comfortable and safe because I'm on a satin pillowcase. We have to treat our hair like gold, like because of this delicate state that it's in. We want to do this, that, and the other to it, but we also have to treat it. We have to make sure we're treating it delicately so that it grows and it's nourished and it's healthy. We just can't go sleeping without anything on our hairs because number 1, the cotton on the pillowcases will dry your hair up. So it's like you're defeating the purpose. You want to put moisture in, but you're sleeping on a cotton pillowcase. Doesn't work. It does not work. So please, Sally sells them. I'm sure I think about $10 for the satin pillowcases, and then of course they have the bonnets as well. And the last tip, I saved this for last because tip number 5 is because it's not that important to me, but it is important, is trimming. Now some people like to trim more than, every 3 months? I know when I was transitioning I was trimming every 3 months, but that was just because I wanted to, I was transitioning and I wanted to get the hair, the permed untextured hair out. So I have been sticking to a regimen of trimming every 6 months. So I just did a trim in August, which I will show you. I'll kind of put it over there. The August, my August cut until now in November, and you'll see how much length I've retained by just doing these 5 things and just being consistent. So trimming every 6 months is great, and you'll notice if your trims are still intact by when you are either in the shower, and I know one thing that I noticed, that when I was in the shower my ponytail was like kind of elongated and it wasn't even, and that means some of the hair has broken off, so it's like not all full in one length. You can tell that if your trim is needed is if, even if you're letting your hair blow dry, and you see your ends are, you know, if they're not flush, if they're kind of jaggedy, you need to trim. If you do your ends like this and you're kind of in a blow state or just a dry state, and you see that it's kind of like all over the place, you need to trim. Trimming will alleviate all of those dead ends. It will not continue to break more hair that needs to be taken off. And that's one thing that I knew that I needed to trim back in August, because it was shedding way too much. So the first thing I did was I did a trim. And from there, that's when I incorporated all these steps. And I cannot tell you that my hair is so much better, feels so much better, so much healthier by just doing this consistently. So natural hair, you have to be consistent if you want it, if you want to have it. If you don't, then why are you doing it? Why are you doing this natural hair journey if you're not willing to put effort of just allowing your hair to be free, allowing it to be seen, allowing it to breathe, and just to learn your hair. You have to learn your hair, and it comes by trial and error. There's plenty of times where I did not have the wash and go thing down packed. And this is when my hair was in a TWA. I did not have it packed. So back then I would do a lot of your braid outs or twist outs or flat twists or bantu knots, something like that, because that's the length of where my hair was, and that gave me a better style. Wash and goes just didn't work for me at times. I didn't know how to accomplish what I was trying to achieve. So, you know, that works. So do all of these things. In addition, when you're going back, in addition to detangling, I always finger detangle. I only started using the Denman brush as my hair got longer, but I've always finger detangled no matter what. I do not comb through my curls with a brush. That is a no-no. You have to finger detangle. You have to take your time. You have to take your time. Give yourself at least 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the length of hair. And then that's the time that I give myself, 30 minutes to an hour. Also depending on how long I've waited to do my hair. But again, I've been sticking to the every twice a week regimen, and so far no problem. So I've cut my time down in the shower dramatically. So I hope this helped. I hope you stay tuned for more videos and tips and product reviews that I can give to you. And let me know how you do. Let me know. Tag me below. Even on Instagram, I'm at HerCurlStyles. I would definitely love to see how you're coming with your natural hair journey, and please don't give up. You will get to where you need to be. You will love your hair. Embrace it at any stage, but as you go, you'll perfect it, and you will get to where you need to go. So again, oh, are you serious?